Hey everyone, I am back with episode 4 of my Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke. Since last time I've done just a little bit of training. I got Pepper up to level 7. I decided to go to level 7 and not level 6 since uh, he won't be that good against the next gym or the next area, which is Sprout Tower. However, I do know that it can potentially wall other Bellsprout, so I might use him for that. And Lavender happened to level up incidentally while that was going on. You may notice that Prince is not in my team. Don't worry, he didn't die off screen or anything. Simply deposited him because it's really weak right now. I didn't want to have the temptation to send him out and sacrifice him just to save one of my other Pokemon. Something that came up while I was training was what happens if my Pokemon is poisoned, because prior to the 5th generation of the games, you take damage outside of battle, and in 4th generation, your Pokemon could never faint from that, but in 3rd generation and before, they could. So, how will I handle that? What I've decided is that if I have an antidote in my inventory, I'll have to use it, but if I don't, I won't lose the Pokemon if it faints. I'll also have to use healing items to recover, but if it's not possible, I'm not going to punish myself for being a little bit too far away from a Pokemon Center. So that is how I will be handling that. And when training, I'm simply going to avoid fighting things like Weedle whenever I can. Just walking around while I talk. Not sure why. Ruins of Alph. I could catch an Unknown here, but I'll be honest, Unknown is not very good. So I've decided that I'm going to save my capture for this area until much later, when I can get potentially a Natu, which could be useful. Alright, now I'm going to head on up to Sprout Tower. Let's not lead with Geodude. I'm going to lead with my Hoot Sage, since Sage resists grass-type moves. And all the Bellsprout can do is use Vine Whip. Interestingly, actually, the trainers here are called Sages. They're very weak. I'm probably going to use Quartz against the Natu. Not Natu, I'm sorry, the Hoot in this tower, because I don't want to use my other Pokemon too much, because I don't want to get them over-leveled. I want to have as many Pokemon as possible at my disposal when I take on Falkner. These Bellsprout battles can get quite monotonous. But it's also very good training, so that's a plus. I'm going to switch to Lavender. Just get some variety in. I believe Quick Attack is stronger than Tackle in this generation. Very nice. Pepper. Got a Paralyze heal. Not sure why that's here. I don't think there are any Pokemon that can paralyze you until Mareep in the next area. But, whatever. I'm just going to use Growth a few times since Vine Whip is a very weak move and it is double not very effective against Bellsprouts. So I want to get as much power into it as I can since it only has 10 power points in this generation for no reason I could possibly think of, considering how incredibly weak of a move it is. But it's what I gotta work with. I believe, yes, that is 6 growths. That's as many buffs as you can get. Yeah, this thing's doing no damage to me. Ooh, critical hit. Level 8. If Pepper gets over-leveled, I'm not going to be too disappointed because I probably wouldn't bring him into the battle against Falkner anyway, or to be honest, the battle against Bugsy. So if I have to deposit him for a bit, that won't be too big of a deal. It might, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be a good idea to actually postpone Sprout Tower until after the battle with Falkner, simply because it'd be good to increase that level cap. Give Lavender a turn. Because I don't want to wind up with all of my Pokemon at level 10 before I even get to the gym trainer, since then I'd have nothing to go against the gym trainers with besides my Zubat, and that wouldn't be very fun. I can't remember how strong the gym trainers in Falkner's gym are, so I'll probably take on at least most of Sprout Tower in this episode. So, as I've discussed with my level limit, it's initially 10. I'm increasing it by 5 every time I get a gym badge. Now, I knew going into that, that Bugsy's Scyther is level 16, and my level limit at the time will be 15, and I'm not going to adjust for that. It's just how this challenge is going to work, and it might lead to a bit of difficulty, but I really don't think it'll be too bad. So that's the only time well, depending on the order I take on the gym leaders, I believe, that should be the only time that my level limit is lower than the level of the gym leader. Scyther is a very strong Pokemon, so that might cause some problems, but assuming I still have Velvet with me and still have Quartz with me, I don't think I'll run into any problems at all. Now, how much more is left in Sprout Tower? Alright. Still got a few trainers left in Sprout Tower. Tell you what. I'm going to take on these couple trainers right here. Then, before I take on the remaining 2 trainers in Sprout Tower, I'm going to decide if I should take on Falkner first, simply because of the level cap. And either way, I will end the episode after these next 2 trainers. That is not very strong. When I was young, I never used any moves that didn't deal damage, and I finally started doing that a couple years ago, and it's really useful, actually. I got a little overboard when I played Pokemon Black 2, where like 2/3 of my team knew Thunder Wave, and so I was just paralyzing everything. But, I mean, that was a fun playthrough. Gave me appreciation for Pokemon that I wouldn't otherwise have had an appreciation for. I noticed that happens a lot when I play through games for the first time, especially when I don't focus on looking at how high their base stats are. Is my team healthy enough? Should be fine. Alright, so this is the last fight I'm going to be doing this episode. Then I will make my decision as to where I am going from here. Want to try to keep this under 15 minutes. Hopefully that'll happen. Already cutting it kind of close. Oh, dearie me. Don't want to lose Velvet. He'll be vital for taking down Bugsy. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so I'm going to end the episode here, and I will be seeing you next time for either the conclusion of the Sprout Tower run or the gym battle against Falkner.